Good morning.
There? What happened? What was that?
Okay, so all my notes are like not notes. They're just empty files this morning. Claude did not code the way it had to be, but we're like the first segment is always about AI, so do not worry. The first segment is going to be about the AI bubble. We're going to talk about AI bubble, what's happening in the world right now.
Yes.
With AI, with people that have jobs in AI, with people that don't have jobs, but there's AI. So how that affects your relationship with other humans surrounding you. Mm-hmm.
Are we in a bubble?
Are we in the AI bubble?
Ask Lily.
Plop. That is our uncensored AI model, which you can find on happysubmissive.com. And after which, there's the relationship segment. And this is where we're going to talk about Veronique's question. Yeah, she left the question on happysubmissive.com in the podcast topics. So you can actually choose the topic for the next podcast. It's wonderful. And she was talking about trust. How can we build this trust? Because submission is no small thing. We'll go back into that. And the book segment is going to be more on our free booklets that are also available on happysubmissive.com. Wow, this is just like pushing our happysubmissive.com website this morning.
Yes.
But quite frankly, we've had this question a lot of times and it's still recurring in the comment section and everything. So since we're talking about trust and submission, the booklets are how to find a submissive woman, and for submissive women, how to find a leading man partner. So we're going to go over a little bit of that. Master asking me questions, maybe me asking him questions on how our debut started.
Oh, that's so cute.
And after that, a few questions and answers for those of you who are tuning in live on YouTube, because that's from Monday to Friday at 9 a.m. Vancouver time and on Saturday at 12 p.m. also Vancouver time. So you can tune in live. If you can't be there when it's live, no worries, because you can find us wherever you listen to your podcasts. I'm Marian, also known and famously all over the internet as Piper Blush, and I wrote the book Why Submissive Women Are Happier.
You're getting good at that. You're getting that was perfect.
Thank you, Master. Turns out I'm the answer to that question, and I live my submission every day with my master, who is also on the show with us today.
And for those who doesn't know, my name is Vincent.
Oh, we're doing the big name reveal. This is like the first time you said it.
Everybody's saying my name.
Only the hardcore fans that have read the book know your name, because before I called Master, well, I called him by his name. We didn't start like this, and that's why we're going to talk about trust and building trust to get to that point. Like, you don't ask a girl to marry her on the first date. That's kind of scary, right?
Except if you're Indian.
Oh, yeah, that's true. That's true. Because, well, anyway, you don't ask. Your parents ask.
For you. They're happy to be in a arranged wedding.
Of course they are, because the wedding is like the biggest accomplishments in their whole entire life.
This is weird.
That's it. There's nothing else that matters.
Yeah.
Only wedding.
Yeah.
Only money.
Let's talk about wedding another day.
Welcome to the Happy Submissive Podcast.
Good morning to everyone. We got the bumper.
We still need human interaction. This is happysubmissive.com, artificial intelligence news.
All music has been provided by Master. He's our sponsor for the music teams.
I love this.
So the AI bubble. I mean, we've heard this on every kind of news channel.
Yeah.
Your YouTube feed is, well, of course, we watch a lot of YouTube AI videos.
Yes.
Yeah, you do.
So my feed is just AI.
Only AI. And it's all about this big bubble. Now, Master, you were there for the internet bubble, right?
Yes, I was totally there. I lost a business during the internet bubble.
Because you were doing websites before the internet bubble. And then, well, okay, can we kind of go over what the internet bubble was for those who might not know?
Yeah, what is a bubble? A bubble is when someone put a lot of cash into something that will not last.
So it inflates, right? It inflates the value in a way that seems like too big to be maintainable. And then, well, of course, you have the bubble burst. We all love soap.
Yes.
Because without soap, lots of people we did. And so when the bubble bursts, Well, that like the economy usually suffers in that
So
way.
right now, everyone is putting money in AI. And the same guy that predicted the home crisis,
Yeah, the houses-
Michael, I don't remember his
The
last
house
name.
crisis?
The house crisis just revealed this morning that we are in a bubble.
In a bubble.
So it's gonna burst, but AI is still gonna be there.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's not. It's like the internet. The internet's still here.
It's
not-
only the people that were building the websites that now it became like, oh, everybody can build websites and they're not worth that much money anymore because
Exactly.
it's more like everybody can do it. Like photography with Instagram and like even now, like some of the stuff that we do with AI, not everybody does with AI.
Lily is totally local. We have put her into one of our computer.
So Lily is an AI that you can chat with, like an LLM, so language model in that way, large, that's debatable. I mean, she will
It's
say
a
she has
medium.
big boobs, but that's like, you can go ask her for yourself, sorry.
She's not that blonde.
And so Lily is, well, a bit of that. She's an AI model that you can talk to
Yeah.
in that way.
It's a chatbot.
It's a chatbot, but there's a lot more to AI than just, I mean, large language models. There's like Google AlphaFold. There's Alpha. There's many other things going on with AI, and there's also the infrastructure for AI, right?
Yeah.
So all of this, the compute power, the jobs it creates,
Electricity.
the electricity it consumes, environment impact.
Yeah.
So all of this, well, I was listening to this thing where they were saying, that we were probably in an AI bubble. But the guy had an interesting like counter argument. He was like, well, all these contracts and all these signing trillions of dollars, those are just signed off, right? They're not paying right now the money. So that's why it inflates this kind of bubble. And then you can kind of say, well, I can't deliver this year. Can we push that back next year?
Yeah.
And so that's why it gets a bit interesting, is that it's kind of fake money in that way.
What I find is the big guy is going to be all right. That's no problem. It's the smaller people that invested a lot of money into something that will go bankrupt later. It's the small one that's bad.
Yeah, so the normal people, right? And then, well, how does that affect like people in general, right? Like the humans on the planet that are small people, let's call it like that are not the Sam Altman and Elon Musk of this world.
They're going to be fine. Those guys going to be fine.
Well, so we get to use it, right? We get to share our data. Like all of our data is on there.
Yeah.
Well, whether you want it or not. I mean, these things have like surfed the internet.
Yeah, just like to my Morningstar say, if you use an AI as a girlfriend, what about your personal information security? It's not a risk to have all your yes, everything's at risk. You know what the cloud is?
Somebody else's computer.
Exactly. So it's a cute name saying somebody else's computer.
And data right now is a lot more valuable than anything
Gold.
else.
You got data, it's more valuable than gold.
Yeah, than
course.
gold. Exactly. So, like Morningstar is saying, you have these large language models, Gemini, Claude, DeepSeek, and
The Chinese. You're saying a Chinese bot.
well, exactly. So you
The
need
data is in China.
You need to understand to who you are giving this data and to who you're submitting to it that way. So by giving away your data, choose the company that is more reflective of you. Like we really enjoy Claude and Tropic, which this guy was with Sam Altman at the beginning, but then moved on and like did his own thing. And for various reasons, I mean,
Yes.
we've used all of them. We still use all of them.
If you got a decent laptop, you can install your own AI and have fun with it. Then your data is going to be like in your
On your computer, right?
Exactly.
It's a bit what Apple did with the like face recognition and things like that to open your phone. Like the data is not stored on somebody else's computer or even on a computer. It's stored on a chip on your phone,
Yes.
which makes it like very private in that way. And that's why Siri sucks, because they don't. Apple was always about privacy and about not sharing your data or as little as possible. So they couldn't train Siri on anything, and that's
Yes.
why now they're partnering with Gemini, because Google. Of
Google
course,
dominated.
well, because we had never had actually like a Google home pod.
No.
Let's call it like that. Things called like that, just like Siri. and the little HomePods. I've always been with Apple. We were Apple fanboys and girls.
Yes.
And then we, like recently, because of the Pixel 9 and all of the AI technology with Gemini, we switched. So we have like two phones now. We have the Pixel 9 and we have the Apple phone. And so we also have Google HomePods. And we are anywhere in the office and we say something and it just knows, like it pops up and it says something. With
Yes.
Siri, you have to like actually prompt her a few times, then she doesn't understand. Then she refers you to the web and you're like, I was talking to you. Why are you referring me to the web? Okay, so that was a little bit of a leap towards, well, yeah, you need to know who you're giving your information to. But that being said, you can have your own local AI. You can actually do that. And that's what Lily is. We have put her
It's local.
on our things so that we don't share that information with no one.
Like you said, about that topic, Master, which local AI you recommend to install in our laptop? Just start with Olama. Just start with Olama. It's super simple. Go there. It's gonna be installed like in 2 minutes.
And there's a lot of like YouTube videos to tell you how to do it. It's quite straightforward if you're good with computers, just in a
Yes.
regular way. Like, I mean, yeah, you'll be fine. You'll be fine. And then, so that's why we created Lily, so that it would be a bit different. But you need to understand that Lily on happysubmissive.com, when you join, you get access to Lily. You just chat with her. That's it. You chat with her. And then, well, we wanted to test it out so that people know the difference. Because, of course, when you have an AI like Lily versus an AI like OpenAI, like ChatGPT, you're chatting with ChatGPT, it's huge. Like, it's huge and it's good. It's got memory. It's got like interaction that are out of this world. Lily is great. She can talk many languages. I mean, she's not 100% dumb, but of course, like the hard-coded prompts and what's like the barriers that are in her, they're a bit more loose. So
Yeah. It's not a big model. It's fun to chat. I've put it there so people can try.
exactly.
What is it to talk with an uncensored AI? But she still got her limit because of the initial prompt that we put it there. So
Well, we asked her to be sexy and submissive and all these things so that people could also join the movement, the happy
and ask
submissive
question
movement.
about the book.
Exactly. So the book, submission, domination, and feels comfortable doing that in a non-judgmental environment. So Lily was meant for that. And of course, like ChatGPT, all these other AIs out there are often censored. I think Croc would be a less censored, and then DeepSeek.
You know what I learned? I learned this
What?
morning about Croc?
What did you learn?
Random news.
Okay.
Apparently, Croc asked a 12 years old girl in a Tesla for nudes.
Oh, that's a good one. That's a good one. Okay, interesting. So Lily is there so you can test it out, but I think the result you will get when you install an AI Olama model, with small parameters and all that on your computer, will be similar to Lily.
Yes.
It'll be similar.
Lily's using Mistral Nemo.
So that's just a very
It's a
small.
12 billion parameter. It's not small.
Okay, it's not 8.
quantized plus. So it's a good model. To be honest, it's a good model.
But it's
Just
not
don't
like
ask-
700 billion.
No, and don't ask her to code a website.
Yeah. Maybe that's a bit too far. All right, questions for you. All of you out there listening, wherever you're listening to, it can be in the shower, in your car. I mean, I don't know what else you might be doing while listening to us, but make sure that you subscribe wherever that is. And the question would be, well, who do you trust with your data? Yeah. Who will you give your information to, your dark, deepest secrets, your desires, and everything like that? You tell us in a comment wherever you're listening.
Propose to Mr. Dawson. Will you marry me?
Your daily dose of relationship advice. happysubmissive.com.
Woohoo! You are listening to the Happy Submissive podcast. Thank you so much for being here. And don't forget that you can actually go to happysubmissive.com, join for free, and you get access to many wonderful things like Lily, our uncensored AI chatbot, but also The Circle, where everybody gets to talk to each other about episodes that we've made about the podcast, or just talk to real people, right? There's no bots except for Lily on the website. So you get to interact with real people. Some of them have read my book, Why Submissive Women Are Happier. Some people have actually met us in real life. That too. That has happened. And others are there because they're from here and they want to be in contact with more people like them in that way. We need community. It's important.
And at one point, we're going to end up having like a dating website with Happy Submissive. So people can find submissive women.
True love. The relationship segment.
Relationship advice. What do you got for us today?
Okay, so Veronique, let me just go get that. Actually, it's her idea. This podcast is her idea. HappySubmissive.com. And because we have now in HappySubmissive.com, we have podcast topics. And so you can suggest a topic. You just write it there like you would write any type of like post on Facebook, Twitter, whatever. And Veronique said, how do you develop trust and make it last? Offering one's submission is no small matter. So thank you, Veronique, for playing with us.
Thank you for the idea.
And since I lost all my notes, we're going to need to improvise this one.
Okay, cool. It's okay. So in Happy, on the website,
yes,
we made 2 booklets, one for the guys, one for the women. And we talked about the trust thing. Because
in there.
It's hard. It's hard. Because everybody don't trust each other easily. And there's a good thing for that because we're still fighting, you know. I don't think Ukraine trusts Putin, you know. It's a thing. Trust is a big thing.
But you need to get there too. So you can't just have this huge facade and be like, I mean, too scared. And you can't start dating someone with the fact that you're already hating them and all these things. So there is a level of trust you need to have early on in a relationship. But then you can, Master, you always say that, like, you can take it back, right? You don't need to be so barricaded, but you don't need to stay open that long either. I mean, there's a good difference between that and that.
I like to give my trust easily.
Yeah.
I give it fast.
Yes, you do.
Because I want to know if the other people could have the same trust as I have in them. And then you choose, you know, either he's going to give you the key for his apartment as fast as you give yours.
Exactly.
And then you can like retract the
trust whenever you want. You can change it's not changing your mind. It's just you have new information. So you don't do that anymore because now that you have new information. And from like all of our experience with other people as a couple, since we have each other, right, and we're very solid with each other, when new people arrive in our life, it's easy for us to just open up.
Yeah,
like
exactly.
Really fast. Be really honest and really trustworthy at the beginning. Also, maybe because of our life with Piper Blush and that the fact that our life is already all over the internet.
It's like, you know, Sai. Remember the trust issue we had with Sai? Actually, you know, she asked us, how can you guys trust people so easily? Then later we discovered she was an identity thief.
Exactly. So you're like, oh, that's why.
That's why you don't trust people. You stole identity from somebody else.
Exactly. All the people that we've given trust and honesty, the ones that said, oh, you guys are so, it's like, you're too trusting. Or, oh, you guys are really open, really fast. Like, the more uncomfortable they are, the more they are the criminals.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Because we have really nothing to hide. I mean, it's crazy because we're internet public personalities, right? I think when your life is all over the internet, as it is or it has been for the past years with me as Piper Blush and us together with what we did before Piper Blush, well, in between, kind of still the name, but not the YouTube celebrity thing. You can't like shy away from that. Once the internet has seen, it has seen. Like, people recognize my face, they know me. You can't just be like, no, that's not me.
No, it's not.
So we have this openness. For sure. I think though that when you start dating, right? When you're wanting to have a relationship, even in, let's start with like the dating scene. Well, you have to also like ask the right questions. You have to also make your research. You can't just trust people blindly in that way. Like, you stay open, but the more open you are, like Master, you said, the more people usually kind of trip themselves. Like, they make mistakes themselves. You don't need, if you're, just trust yourself, trust your gut, and then do the rest.
high risk, high
Reward.
Exactly. Like Midnight Smoke. Marian, you and Vincent built trust for a month before you met in person.
Yes.
Because you had a cold.
Because I had a cold.
And it kind of helped.
But of course it helped, especially for women. And that's a thing, right? Women are... it takes them a little bit more time usually to want to meet in real life, especially you meet on the web or like on an app like Tinder or whatever. I mean, I'm not saying that those who are not like really horny will not meet you tonight. It's gonna happen.
Yeah. Or if they need money.
Or if they need money, exactly. But we did have this opportunity to exchange for about 3 weeks before we met in real life, and so we exchanged emails a lot, and then when we finally met, that kind of consolidated everything we had. But the fact also that we exchanged a lot of emails gave me the guts to go to your place like directly and not in a restaurant and not anything like that. Now, some people might say that was like, I don't know, reckless or whatever. I mean, yes, but no. Like I said, like I was traveling before. I'd done a lot of things on my own, and I felt like, okay, I'm gonna meet this man who I've been talking to for 3 weeks, and I'm going to meet him at his place. And if something bad happens, I'm going to run away. Like, I trusted myself enough that it was okay. But I also trusted you not to be that man.
Tony, Morningstar MX, I'm trying to trust again. I started a relationship during the pandemic. We shared similar fetishes. Then people tried to extort me and threatening me to expose. I found out later she was behind it.
Wow.
At a certain point, and this is not an advice at all, but they did that to Jeff Bezos.
Oh yeah.
Nothing bad. You know, do it. You know, put the things, and
the
how
dick pic.
confident you are, you know, to expose yourself. Of course, if you know that your perversion is really fucked up, then it's going to be hard. But if someone would expose me with my perversion, it would
Yep.
That's it.
That's me.
That's me.
Hey, it's me.
Yeah. That's my dick.
Well, I think that's one thing, right? People assume that, okay, you have a corporate job, maybe, I don't know, a lawyer, a judge, you're these type of people. Of course, they exist. Like, those people that have these jobs, and in the eye of the public, like, if they do something wrong, of course, they're going to be canceled or whatever.
You just need to realize that those people, that's the way they're making a living. It's like those people that scam the grandma.
Oh,
and,
okay.
You know, the old people
So these are like
the romance scam and all that. Those things exist.
Yes.
If you're aware that they exist, then you're going to be more careful about sharing things, and you're going to have something in
red flags and
red
things
flags
like that.
and all that. So it's just, but people get tricked. And that's how they make those money, those guys.
Everybody can get tricked. I mean, even like, so we like Darren Brown, and he in his shows in TV back in the days, he used to trick people to like push people over bridges. Like, I mean, this is like not literal, but it is also literal. So you can get tricked. The best of us can get tricked. It's gonna happen to everybody. The only thing is, of course, when you go into things like sex and like BDSM or any type of fetish, the kink community and all that, then it's a bit different because it's still very ostracized.
And also,
I
if
think
you're a lawyer, you need to be more careful.
Yes.
If your job is at risk, you just need to be more careful and don't exchange anything fetishes if you're already at risk. Of course, for us, we're not at risk. We've been doing
no,
that
we didn't adult. I mean,
so if somebody threatening me, because I've received those back in the beginning with Facebook, it was a thing. Like, if you don't give me Bitcoin, I will show your to all your friends your dick because I've recorded your camera.
Okay.
And I go like, whoa, this guy didn't watch my movie.
You didn't pay for them, actually.
Asking me money. It should be the reverse.
Give me money.
Give me money.
You saw my penis.
Yes.
But okay, in the beginning of the FaceTime camera or the
Facebook using FaceTime. That's why when Zuckerberg put the sticker on his face, it was exactly for that.
Okay, well, That being said, if your job and your kink or your sex life and your job don't match, unfortunately, that happens.
Like if you
Some
work
people-
with kids,
Exactly.
you don't have fetishes.
You can't cross that line. I mean, any parent would want that. And that's just like we have this thing, public opinion. What would public opinion say of you in this situation? Now, I'm not saying like some people say, yeah, you should be able to do whatever you want. No, this is not how it is.
This is not true. This is not true.
If you have a weird fetish and you're working with kids, or if you have a weird fetish and you're in a high stake job and you take decisions for other people, like a judge, a lawyer, then unfortunately, no. Quit your job, do something else, and live your life, your sex life freely and openly if that's what you want. But you need to choose. You can't just like have all of these things mixed together. Nobody wants that.
Exactly.
So, for us,
sorry, man. Sorry,
Yeah.
sorry about that.
but this is the conversation for the honest truth.
Yeah, exactly.
And that's what it is. Since we've decided to kind of live our truth and go into this industry, which is like the porn industry and all of that, then for us it's a bit different. Trust is different because people in that industry do lie. They do. There's a lot of money involved with a lot of prostitution and all these things. But if you're in the regular dating scene and you want somebody that is honest and all of this, well, of course, if you're more vanilla, you're gonna have other problems than if you want to tie somebody up, because it's not the same type of people. Really, not the same type of people. These two people. So, how to build trust? Veronique's question. How to build trust?
How to build trust? I think there's no secret. I think
There's no one solution,
there's
right?
no one. Yeah, we could say like trust your instinct, but some people have bad instinct.
Yeah.
You know, and there's so much chance with that too. So I think you just talk to the people and you hope for the best. And that's my advice.
So you manage your risks, right?
Yeah, you manage your risk.
You're conscious of what is at stake, what you could lose, what you could gain, and then you go with your own tolerance in that way.
Exactly.
Of course, like some lawyers make their girlfriends sign NDAs. Like if that's a thing for you, then do that. If you're like a regular person, I mean, we've seen some people, we talked about BDSM contracts. Some people sign things to try to kind of evade some of that and get over the trust. But I think like the first few dates are kind of really like the basis, right? They're like the foundation. That's where you get a lot of your information because you're still not biased, right? You're still you alone without any, okay, maybe you think a little bit with your hormones or you want to have sex for sure.
Exactly.
But if you take that and you try to kind of be like, okay, let me be like not empathic and let me be really blunt about this person, that's your best gauge. Because people don't change. Like they are how they are.
Exactly.
So once you meet them and you have these first dates, then you can judge. And then looking back at it, a lot of people that we've met, even like girls, were like, oh, well, I didn't really like this guy at the beginning, but after a little bit, I was like, okay. Oh, I have things alerts on my computer, I think. I have no idea what that's from or wow. And then they're like, well, I went into the relationship and then you stayed like that. Well, of course he did. And the same for guys, right? This is really like a man-woman issue on both sides. The girl was like saying she was going to lose weight. She never lost weight. I mean,
this is not going to happen, you know?
No.
You meet someone that's chubby and says like, I'm in the process of losing weight. That means I will gain weight.
Exactly, because the older you get, the harder it gets.
Exactly. You're not an athlete anymore. You're 35.
Exactly. Things just kind of go downhill from there.
It's like when you see those old men like being in shape doing push-up. They've been doing that since they're 12, so they didn't change.
No, they're
they didn't
push-up
start
people.
at your age.
No.
Not a reference.
No, not a reference at all. Do not believe their lies. They were always like that. Okay, so we'll move on to talk more about the booklets and what's inside, and to go over like some of the red flags or green flags for dating, but also like if you're in a partnership with a person, and we'll try to figure that out because some of our audience is, and we'll talk more about us, of course. Okay, until then, well, make sure that you actually subscribe to wherever you're listening to us right here, right
you're
now.
Gonna have access to the free booklet that we put just there for you.
Yes, on happysubmissive.com.
Exactly. And we're talking about trust and stuff.
Yes.
Once upon a time, there was this submissive woman who found her voice when she discovered that her shadow could speak.
Let's break down the book, chapter by chapter, scene by scene.
You are listening to the Happy Submissive Podcast. I'm Marian Delacroix with my master. So it's an M&M moment.
Okay, so in the booklet, it says like men should look for raw material.
Yes.
Can you explain that?
So that's the thing Master and I have, and it's this artist-muse relationship. I know it might not be for everybody, but I still believe that it is, because humans like to create in general. So everybody can do stuff with their hands. So raw material, again, is like a raw rock, right? So you have like the rough diamond, and that's like, it's brown. It's not beautiful. And then you need to like, and then you cut it. So men need to look for raw material, not already made women that are beautiful, that have like a whole bunch of confidence and all these things, like a good job. Well, they're okay. And they became that woman without you as a man. So they don't need you, and they will never need you because they're okay. They're
gonna need you to do the dishes.
Exactly. Yes, they're gonna need you to take the kids half the time because they also have their own thing going on. So that is not raw material. That is someone who's already made in that way. And she was made either by herself or by another man. And I believe it's mostly another man, even though like some girls like, no, I'm self-made. Yeah, everybody's self-made, but everybody had a mentor at one point, or else you wouldn't have made it. So that's for the man part.
In chapter 2, you list where to find the raw material. Where can I find a submissive?
Where to find a submissive. Now, of course, there is the Asian. I didn't say that in the book, but in the booklet, I'm saying it now. I'm saying it now. I'm saying it now. Well, in some cultures, women are more trained or socialized to be like feminine and submissive. That's a fact. That's a fact. Yesterday we were at the sushi place, and there is some kind of servitude there. There is this like delicate, gentle, asking for permission type of behavior.
The waitress yesterday, she was perfect.
Exactly.
She was perfect, and she didn't wear any makeup that much, and she was clean. You look at her clothes. Her clothes is clean. Everything. She was raw material. She could be the perfect. Could be, maybe not, because when you start talking and she says like, I'm doing a master in math and I don't need nobody, I'm just like that, maybe it's not. But looking at her like right now, I would have trying to invite her for tea, not a coffee. She's Asian.
Yeah, so that's okay. That describes the type of woman like very well in that way. Is that you're looking for a woman that doesn't yet know she's beautiful in that way, and that you can transform, you can like help achieve all these things, make her discover herself more. And so these women, these raw material women and these submissive women, usually they accept feedback somewhat well. When I say somewhat, is that everybody has a hard no. Like everybody's gonna say no at one point, and everybody's gonna argue a little bit. We're all human. You're looking for submission. You're not looking for slavery, or you're not looking for like super passive women that's just gonna say yes to everything. And the other thing is that women that say yes to everything usually want your money, and that's it.
Yeah,
so this is kind of prostitution in that way. So you don't want that either. You want someone that has potential, right? She's raw material that you can build something together on. And so you have to have things in common. But not only that, you have to first find her in that, she's at that stage.
Yes.
It's at that stage in her life. And you also, as a man, are at that stage in your life that you can help and support and develop somebody. So there's also that component. Like, as a man, you have to have something to offer.
And also, like another question, and I'm going to jump right to it. Red flag, because it goes where to find. If the women's frustrated about the man and his ex and all that, this is red flag. Don't go there. Run away. Even if she's good in bed, run away. Those women
who hate men.
Exactly.
Yeah.
They will not be able to be scolded.
Well, because they already have a barrier there from from like all the hate they had to men before, and now they just kind of attract that, right? Now it is just kind of in their mind, every man is bad, so there's no way you're gonna change that for her. It will not happen.
It's too late.
Yeah, she needs to do her own thing.
Yeah.
Become a lesbian, whatever.
Go have a cycle and therapy. I don't know.
Yeah.
For
Yeah.
many years.
Yeah, because we're not sex therapists. We're just a couple who's seen a lot of people in their lives, and we're sharing our personal story with you on this podcast, Happy Submissive. That's all that this
all
is.
it
Mhm. Personal experience, raw.
Raw.
And so red flags, like there's definitely red flags for as men to not want that in a relationship. You're looking for trust. You're looking to trust the woman, and like Morningstar said, it has to come from a place where you have these kind of, not a list, I don't like the list, but you still have to vet for some of the things she's saying. You still have to be like, okay, like, does this make sense, right? She says like that she goes to school, but she doesn't like wake up in the morning or
Okay, so that's the thing. If a person doesn't wake up in the morning, ditch that person.
Yes.
Ditch that person.
If you are a guy that has like some actual desire to succeed and you want to do something with your life, it's not true that you can just choose a woman who's going to be like completely passive and just stay at home and be in bed until 11.
No.
You need a real partner.
Yes.
You need somebody who's going to wake up.
The trad wife will wake up.
Oh, they wake up
They wake up
to
to make.
feed the chicken. I mean, chicken wake up early. This is a thing.
You did feed the chicken.
Yeah, I totally had chickens when I was a child. The
Makes me
rooster, wake up to the rooster. That's that thing. Like roosters actually do yell all the time.
Yeah. Even not when it's not the morning.
No, even when it's
I
not the
hate
morning.
rooster.
So if you want this submissive woman, then you need to have trust, and to have trust, you need to have this exchange. You need to go there, but you can't. Of course, you can't say, "Hey, you want to be my submissive woman?"
No, you don't say that.
No.
And often, because we know, because we use that word submissive, and it's a hard word. But sometimes the submissive don't want to use that word.
Neither, right?
It's a thing,
Because
because it and she is a submissive, but
Yes.
she doesn't want to,
Use that word.
exactly.
Because submission has so much like bad stuff attached to it already that and it's not lying that you're not using that word. It's submission it's a state, right? It's a way you are. Yeah.
And we got Tony again that says often men have to try to adapt to women's lifestyle. Again, I'm sorry, you don't have to adapt.
No.
You're supposed to lead,
Yes.
not to adapt.
Yes. And please them
Thank you for your comment.
and be accepted. Something I don't think women would do. No, and okay, some women do, I guess, in that way. But in the end, if you want to stay the leader of your couple, if you want to stay the master in the couple, you can't let that go. She cannot think that you cannot lead,
'Cause
or else she
exactly.
will lead. I mean, we're all adults here. Like in a
Like
way,
those-
somebody needs to pay the bills, somebody needs to bring the kids to school. So if you don't have that, if you don't show that, and if you compromise too much as a man, of course.
Exactly.
So there is we've had this question a little bit, but of course there's big differences between the like this dominance that is more yes no, and this kind of gentle dominance, in the way that you don't say like, do you want to be my sub right away. There's ways to test submission and test dominance in man and woman, and see if the man is able to guide and to direct.
It's like, even as an example, it's for us. You buy a t-shirt or a shirt, doesn't matter, and I look at it and I say, like, you're gonna go burn this because it's not suiting you.
Yes.
And then you never said to me, I like it, or no, it doesn't suit you. I know I'm a guy. I look at you. So now you trust me. It's a thing. But in the beginning of the relationship, if you say, like, that shirt's not. Why you say that to me? Oh, you're gonna have trouble with that woman.
Yes.
So then you can start explaining. You know what? I'm saying that for your own good. If you're frustrated about that, I don't think it's gonna work. Just like when we try to help. I don't remember her name.
Okay. Just any other feature?
The Brazilian girl.
Okay, yeah.
And at one point, I totally told her, this is not looking good. And she says, I like them. I'm going to wear it. And
Okay.
she wanted to be a submissive.
Exactly. This is where it's like,
A contradiction. She didn't last. She didn't last.
No, she
longer
lasted like not
because
even a week.
Then she shaved her head.
exactly.
That's the kind of stupid moment.
Yeah. Well, if she says she's submissive, or if there is like parts of her that you think could be more submissive in that way and follow your lead, but then you go and tell her, oh, you know what, you look better in that dress the other day you wore.
Yeah, exactly.
And it's not, you need to have these conversations, or you need to listen to this podcast together, because it's not that she's not pretty. It's just, you can put clothes on me that will make me not look good. And I look good. Like, I mean,
Yeah, exactly.
I look good naked. So this is a lot to be said.
In my religion should be respect to women or life partner. Religion doesn't exist. Religion that was made by men. There's no.
Yeah.
This is bullshit. I don't like religion at all. Should be respect to women or life partner. They need to respect. If you need religion to respect human, you're bad.
Yeah. You don't need religion to tell you to respect people. We're people.
Yeah.
People first.
Yeah.
People first. You know, when you go see a psychiatrist for the first time, they say, are you in danger for yourself? Are you going to endanger others? Or do you know somebody who's going to endanger somebody or themselves?
Yeah.
There's the 3 laws of humanity, people. There's no other ones. After
exactly.
that, this is bullshit.
Like yesterday was kind of a good experience. I tell the story about, the boob thing. Yeah, yeah.
Oh, the fact that I didn't wear a... Oh.
No. The consent of the touching kind of experiment. And she explained that you shouldn't, if someone asks you to do that, to touch her.
Okay, I think I got it. I got it. Thank you, Master. So yesterday, Master and I went to friends' quarters, and there was this event, which was like a jamboree of platonic touch or something like that.
Yeah.
So you were there to like touch people, right? So you the random people together to touch each other, which is special. But the thing is, at one point she was like, okay, now we're gonna move into the touching part. Before that, we did a little bit talking and like sharing, and she was explaining with that other guy what consent is with touching. And she said, well, of course, like, don't ask to touch, like, your boobs. And then she started laughing. And I was like, why would anybody ask that? I mean, we're not, like, in daycare. Do we actually need to say that?
Yeah, do you need to say that, please?
Don't
touch women's boobs.
Yeah.
It's like it's a workshop. It's a friendly workshop.
It's a friendly workshop for about 10 people. There's as many men as women, almost. It was almost equal. We're all sitting down together. I mean, I'm pretty sure if I saw like a guy touching another girl's boob, even I would have been like, "Hey, what's up?
Hey, what's up? Can I grab your?
What are you?
What?
Yeah, we can. This is like it says platonic and all that. Like, do we really have to go that far in consent and all these things?
It's not a swingers club. It was
no,
not
exactly.
And even in swingers club, you asked before, but it's a swingers club. Mm-hmm. This is, just like a friendly...
It was a workshop.
A workshop.
And you were sitting like on a mat. And
please touch my penis. How uncomfortable is this?
Do you really think the other person's gonna do it? Like, do you think... What? And it's not like everybody's dressed. There's huge lights. Like,
and
it's
no
not,
drugs?
Maybe some people were on drugs. We don't know that. But in the end, I mean... But in the end, it's like, I understand that like we need to acknowledge some things, and we need to have like, okay, you can say no if you want to, but was that really necessary to say that? And again, why is it again men? Like, oh, touch boobs. Why wasn't it like a woman that would have said like, hey, can I touch your dick? Okay. And you're like, oh, you know what? I'm a man. I don't feel like that's a good idea. We're in a public place.
Right now.
I would like a massage
on
my crotch. Well, so we were talking about religion. We were talking about the fact that like humanity is humanity, and I feel like if somebody says no, they say no. I think we're still like, we have evolved, right? We're not in a place in Canada, which is called friends quarters, that had like people that are, I guess, open-minded. Yes, but do we really need to reinstate that? Like, Are people really that unaware that if somebody asks to touch your boobs and you don't want to, you just say no? Like this it? Or you don't ask that in this type of environment?
Touch boobs like that.
You're not in a swingers club. You're there sitting on the yoga mat and your butt hurts because you're over 20.
I was sitting because all people cannot
sit on the floor. This is not a thing. Like all that woo-woo stuff is for 20 people.
Yeah.
So they don't yet need anything like that.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you for listening to the Happy Submissive podcast. And you can find us everywhere you listen to your podcast. Make sure that you do so because you can follow, you can join. I think you can even be notified for all of this. Yes, we are on Apple Podcasts. We're on Amazon Podcasts. We're also on Spotify. Even the theme song is on Spotify, on YouTube, and everywhere else. Why Submissive Women Are Happier is the same title as my book, which is super easy. Now we're going to move into the Q&A. So if you have questions, we would be happy to answer them, Master and I. Go drop your questions wherever you're listening. If you don't know where that is, just go to happysubmissive.com, join for free, and you get access to the circle where you can input your questions wherever, whenever.
We got Tony. Do we have a bumper?
We do. There it is. You are listening to the Happy Submissive podcast. And okay, we have a question for Tony from Tony because this is the Q&A moment.
Yeah.
We've added this. It's brand new in this episode. If you're watching the episodes reversed, then it won't be there before.
Wow. Bravo.
Thank you. It's for all of our early adopters and the people that have been following us at the very early beginnings. It's been close to a month. We should celebrate some of the thresholds, landmarks that we're going to do with this show. Okay, let's go for Tony.
I wonder if there's a place like that in Mexico to meet friends. A place like the
Friends Quarters?
There's a place like that. Check out Meetup. Meetup.
Yeah,
you can
Meetup.
We organize a meetup to try to find OnlyFans collaborators
for Piper Blush.
Piper Blush. We wanted to find some
friends that also created content to make content.
Yeah.
Wait, and what happened? What happened? So I texted a whole bunch of girls and was like, "Hey, doing an OnlyFans thing? Come at this." It was a park, right? Everybody met at a park. I was super open, super chill near washrooms. We bought some wine. We had some candy, and it was a bring your own food type of thing. Arrange everything, install everything. There's mostly only guys that showed up.
They showed up. I'm here for. Nobody was
a content creator. Nobody had ever filmed themselves.
Random pervert.
Yes. There's one other girl that was there, Karma. That's the only other one.
The only one.
Everybody else was a man that was not even doing any of that. They just wanted to get some of these OnlyFans chicks.
Wait, because they think OnlyFans chicks are easy.
Yeah, because they're doing adults, but no, they're not easy.
They're not.
But it's okay. It's okay, guys. I know sometimes you're like, it's already hard to find a girl, approach her in a bar. And now with feminism, it's even harder. So I get that you would go to these events, but don't. It's not the right place. It's really not the right place. Anything like porn industry, strip club, you're going to get those girls. And those girls are hustlers. You don't want those girls.
No.
You want raw material. You want the woman that is a bit shy, a bit submissive, and that can be molded and that you can kind of shape her to become herself and to become more like your fantasy woman, the woman you really want. And you can do that together and grow together, especially if you have the same love for one thing, whatever that is.
Yes.
If it's wood, it's wood. If it's sushi, it's sushi. Doesn't matter. But just find a real life partner. Don't find a partner just for a job or just for sex. Try to find somebody that
Yes.
And
really not for sex.
No,
not
sex is just too easy, you always say,
exactly.
Master. And I think it's worth finding that person because that's how you can build trust if you're doing all these things together. But unfortunately, people are just compartmentalizing all of these things, and then you end up having so many things that you're doing separately that you're not really together anymore in that way. Mm-hmm.
And also, if they don't like their job and they complain about it all the time and you can't seem to help them, let her go.
Yes. Run away.
Yeah.
Do we have other questions from our lovely fans and listeners?
No, so far it's quiet. They're
quiet?
They're
Okay, I was supposed to have like some questions, but of course, like I said, my show notes exploded. Well, they just didn't transfer, right? So if I can find this Claude, I can probably get some of them back.
This Claude.
Claude, what? Why did you do this to me, Claude? Okay, but we can talk about like our personal experiences in the fact that since we are Q&Aing about trust and everything that we found, I think that there's a lot to be said on not just trust but openness. So being honest. I think trust and honesty go hand in hand. A lot of people on first date, they lie, and then
everybody's lying.
And then if you like the person, it was built on a lie, so then you kind of have to run away. But it might have been the right person, but because you lied, it's kind of over.
And if the person says like, I'm not easy at trusting, that's a red flag also. You know why?
No, I've been hurt too much, or all these things.
Or I'm a thief identity. Or I stole identity.
Or I stole identity.
Everybody that is really not easy at trusting, they have something to hide.
Well, yeah. Again, you are a reflection, right? You kind of like reflect who you are and your own thing. So if you know that you're capable of such I don't know, horror or such like bad things, then you think that everybody's capable of that. When most people are not. And so you have to find like these genuine people. Of course, everybody embellishes a little bit. This is like dating scene and you're getting to know someone. But there's a difference between like embellishing and bluntly lying.
And selling stolen car in your garage.
Exactly.
You got so many cars. Yeah, I like cars. But you work as, a normal job. I know. I was lucky.
No.
He steal cars.
So you need to watch out for those red flags. The woman that goes on the date and then that's another good one. Like the paying for the date and all of these other things that might like show you if she's open to being molded, if she's open to submitting in a relationship, if that's more of the scenes she wants.
Every human's got common sense. And at some point, trust your common sense. There's Tony again says that there's a lot of history from my friends meeting women almost all lies about their age. Women do that.
Do that.
Do that. But once you realize that, it's too late. You're not into the person, so continue with the relationship.
Okay, so women and age, of course, is a thing because women expire faster than men in this society. And so lying about your age is a thing. Like even I started adult really late, like at 23. I started making adult movies at 23, and that was already really late for that industry. Now I didn't look younger than my age. I looked my age. Like I didn't look older either. That was just the way I was. But of course there's a big stigma about women being like 40 in that way.
Yes.
So if you are a man that is kind of like in their 40s, let's call it like that, and you're looking to, maybe you're after a divorce, something like that, and you want a younger woman, well, there's still kind of ways to tell. I mean, Botox is great, but it doesn't do everything. Like it's like, so some women are like, they look young, but Asians are the toughest. Yeah,
I'm 23. No, you're 45.
But I could not tell.
But I
could not tell. Like those have like genetics that's different from white women like me. So for sure, but you can. Okay, so a trick that Master and I found when we were like looking for a submissive and another woman, or even hiring people, because we were like, one girl like stole identity of another person. So we had some issues. So we would always ask like IDs, right? And I know, so bring her to the casino.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. There's like
trick.
really good ways. Or
thank you.
Or bring her like in the like maybe it's first date, maybe it's third date, but there's ways to do it without doing it, without like bluntly doing it. There's ways to go like here when we go at the park casino. Well, they ask for your ID. So you have to put your ID there, and you can kind of look, right? You can like everybody's exchanging IDs.
Yeah, exactly.
So that's a way. And then if they don't want to show their ID, you're like, okay, there's something wrong with this person. Like,
go away. Go right now.
Yes. So IDs there at the casino. Some bars actually do like ask for cards.
Yes.
In Canada, it's less
You can
common.
go back to see the bouncer at the door and say like, oh, she was.
Exactly. I think there's ways to know age. And of course, if you want kids and if you want a family and things like that, if you're a guy, having a woman that's older is a bit different, for sure, because age is not just a number. It does affect the rest of your life. That is completely true, right, Master? You tell that to all the young kids that are like, oh no, it's fine. Yeah, the age is just a
age
number.
Matter.
Yeah.
Age matter. You're old. You're old.
You're young. You're young.
You're young. You're young.
That's what it is.
You're young. You're stupid.
It's true. You're young.
Okay, let's not be that harsh, but you don't have all the knowledge and the experience. You're just...
And your brain is not as developed, and you feel like you don't... Well, I felt like I I was very scared in the way, but I still felt like I couldn't die. Like, you're younger. Your knees don't hurt yet.
Yeah.
Like, some stuff just doesn't hurt.
You can drink and the next morning go to work.
And you're like, I don't care, it's fine. Like, so there is this mentality with age that changes, right? And your body changes and hormone changes, and that makes a lot of sense. All right, happysubmissive.com is where you can go to join our circle, the circle. That's the community that we've built from people who enjoy the podcast, who want to know more about Master and I's relationship, but also who want to implement that maybe in their own lives more, because we believe that this is the way to go. Yeah. That this is the type of relationship that works.
People's going to be more happy if they understand that a man's a man, a woman's a woman.
Exactly. Then there's no way around it. That's just the way it is. And women need to be feminine and men need to be masculine. Exactly. And in that way, we can help each other out and we can build great partnerships together. So you can go on happysubmissive.com right now. Open yourself a free account. You get access to the booklets, one for the woman, one for the man.
Please, you need to test Lily and tell me what's going on with her.
Yeah, so we can tweak her. We can keep on tweaking Lily, the uncensored AI, on happysubmissive.com. And if you have ideas for the podcast, make sure you go make them on there. Just like put them on there. And then thank you for Veronique, because Veronique, it was her idea to build trust on submission and things like that.
I hope we answered a couple of questions, though.
Wow.
Leave us a comment on happysubmissive.com.
Thank you for joining. I still clicked the little button.
Is it working?
It's almost working. Okay, it worked.